first match of the APAC South Winter Split Regional number 1. The group stage, of course, going on. There are team broadcasts that will keep up with all your favourite teams. Have this stream open, have the team broadcast open. Get all eyes on the Rocket League, but coming in early on, a close attempt there, and almost a goal for NSF.
I thought we were going to see something strong out of the gates there, but at least the defense is holding up on both sides right now. NSF getting some good defensive passing plays as well. This is kind of what I'm looking for, particularly because we know Moonboots is kind of the slightly more set roster. We need to see connecting passes from NSF.
Melody comes on through, but unable to find that touch. How often easy clear up field? It's been a kind of more dominant start for NSF. They've had a few more chances, but to Moonboots' credit, they've been able to hold off very well, and now trying to push up field for a bit of a chance of their own. It's a kind of game of feeling each other out. As we mentioned, they've only had a little bit of scrim time against each other because these are new rosters, if they've even scrimmed each other at all. So there's a lot to get used to, a lot to kind of feel out with these two teams here, and I expect the start of this game to be exactly that. The shots are coming through now for Moonboots, but to no avail still for either team. Another save into Jarl Naden. And back upfield it will go. 90 seconds just about gone by. Final goal. Finally. Kaizen 1-0.
Snipes it home, and Yarl Nadine, as some have jokingly called him in the past. I'm pretty sure that's why he's gone with that naming game right now. Jarl Naden coming up very, very big with the control and that to get it out to his teammate. And again, it's looking good for NSF to be able to start this strong with some consistency between the passing plays and just getting that chemistry working in this new roster.
It's a big clear up field for Moonboots. And how do you get onto that in time? Oh, so close, but not enough. Here comes Kevin. The pass and centre challenge well by Melody. Kaizen up back the other end. Jarl Naden. They leave that ball for Melody off the corner, it will bounce. Then comes Kaizen for a shot off the crossbar. It's saved on the line. A close attempt there, NSF almost finding number 2. Jarl Naden off the backboard. The follow up from Kaizen. He can't make the ball. And Moonboots survive with only a 1-goal deficit.
Bringing it upfield again. NSF just seem to not really be able to let go of this ball. They've had so much control of it across the field. I'd say their dominance here is pretty evident, and Jarl Naden's going to show us why.
2-0. NSF get their second, and it is Jarl Naden to slot that one in. Half the game is just about gone by. It is approaching now. And Moonboots, they've got to get a move on the attack.
They had. I mean, we do have a best of 5 here, so there is time, and we have seen historically Asia take that time, but you don't want to take too much time. Like we've been talking about, one loss here could mean a lot going into the playoff section of this group stages. You really want to win every single series, and one game could mean everything.
Jarl Naden, that's not the safest of touches there, but it does work out for now. Back in centre it will come. Melody tries to take control, but not the best touch. Hideo. A chance on net, saved by Jarl. Kevin, the pass over to Rez. It's off the back wall. No one there to shoot it though, and Moonboots have to fall back once again. Another time for NSF to just pummel them with some shots and hold them in their half. The less chance of Moonboots get, the better it is for NSF. Here's an opportunity though, but Kaizen cannot make the save actually, and it will just sink on in as Rez gets the credit for it.
Good pass down from Hideo, and it is the two men we expected linking up on Moonboots' side there, making that passing play happen. It did take a fair bit for them to be able to get that one in, but it does mean it's only a 1-goal game here. Minute 45 left on that clock. There's still plenty of time in this. Rez now up on that wall looking for a teammate, but awkward as he had to make that defensive touch.
Here comes Jarl Naden to control off the sidewall. Slipping it on past one. He has Kaizen waiting in the midfield, rising high. It's only a 1-goal lead now. NSF have to be a little bit more careful. The shots are coming through. They are trying to maybe secure that lead a little bit more, but a big clear up field by Moonboots. Jarl Naden, the touch will be cleared out, but Rez pass into Hideo. He gets the demo, but not the ball. It will fall back to Kevin, high once more, but rising up for it first. Ed Kaizen back towards the back wall, and Moonboots getting shut down once again.
Look at that 2-0 lead position that NSF got themselves into earlier, and it seems to be one of the most dangerous spots for a leading team, particularly out of this Asian region, as the teams seem to struggle a little bit to hold on to those leads. Right now, NSF has been doing a good job of it, though. They've lost that 1 point, but they're maintaining aggression here. They've got that pressure, and they've got midfield defense, but the shots are starting to lack a little bit. As long as they can hold on to this for 30 seconds longer, it won't matter. Shots are coming out, though.
In comes Kevin. With a pass upfield, Hideo will receive it off the back wall. It will go another touch, but it's going wide. No one to receive the pass either, and it's Kevin just passing it back. It might be into his own net though, off the backboard. It will be saved by Rez. It was not the best of decision there by Moonboots. It will not be a goal, but they've got to get one more chance. Gerald Nathan will control it, but Hideo off the back wall. It's coming in centre. Kevin jumps early, but cannot make the touch. Round to the corner, it will go rolling on through. Game 1 looking like it will go the way of NSF as the ball approaches the ground. Just seconds on the clock. Can they keep it high? They can for now. Hideo. Past one of the corner, Melody a bad bounce, but the touch is not there. It's a win for NSF.
NSF working really hard to just try and get that to the ground, and the opportunities to ground that ball were being taken away by Moonboots. They were definitely pushing on that, and it is only the first of our best of 5 here, so it doesn't mean everything, but it sure is a good start for NSF, and it was a good display from them as well. I mean, they did seem to be out ahead of Moonboots somewhat. I still think this is going to be a fairly even series, though.
I think it should still be pretty even. It was a very close game by the end of it. Moonboots certainly found their footing after the first half of the game. They got their shots going, they got some chances. But NSF were able to hold on and defend well enough. Moonboots, though, they had to start scoring some of those chances that they had. Prime opportunities for goals, but they just were not going in.
Absolutely. It really did come down to NSF stepping up and having that kind of flow as a team, making sure that the rotations were fairly good there. Not perfect as of yet. They definitely have opportunities to improve here. As a team, they are a new roster, so you expect that. But yeah, generally across the board, doing fairly well and showing that they can hold up to what we're seeing out of Moonboots in that category.
So I'm excited for game number 2 here to see, will NSF keep up their kind of leading position and get a 2-0 lead in the series, or will we see what we expect and Moonboots to be able to claw back at it and give us a tie series? Because I think either way it's going to be a close game 2. I think it's just whoever can get that kind of closing maybe goal, who I think will be a tied, I'm going to call it a tied game for a while. It'll be a closing goal for one of these two teams, so who can be more clinical with their shooting is going to win it.
Yeah, absolutely. But it really could come down to that one game lead that they've just earned here, NSF as well. That's why it's so important to get out ahead, particularly here in Asia, when you're looking at, how even these two teams could be. One game could mean the difference between winning the series and losing it.
It's hard to call. Simple as that. Game number 2, and we come. Moonboots, NSF. It was an early win for NSF and coming for the early goal as well, but with the whole Moonboots team on the line, it's not going to be a goal that easily. Early days of this game, with both teams once again, I think just getting back into those kind of positions back. Feeling each other out a bit more, figuring out the game plan, a bit of a double commit there from the NSF side, but a clear away from Kaizen will disallow any form of pressure developing.
Really good to see Moonboots being the first to aggress here, getting in to their opponent's half and really putting on that pressure, getting up in their faces right now and being able to reform that. Now it's Kaizen though. Oh, it's the angle on that. How's that coming to Gerald Nathan? And Kevin pulls it away. It's a pretty miraculous touch there in goal.
Melody. These touches are scaring me, Gex. So many weird touches in front of nets are almost own goals, or almost just a gifted goal for the other team. None of them have actually caused that yet, but that shot from Kevin off the crossbar, barely not getting saved. I was sure that was going to be kept out by Kaizen, but he was just inches away from getting that touch. It will be a goal for Moonboots, but 1 minute in, they have the lead.
That double commit out of goal though by NSF, that's the kind of thing that you expect to be fixed up maybe later on into this split, but they need to make sure that they've got it fixed earlier than that, and they need it this series because it could mean the difference between 6th or not making it up that far at all. Right now, they've got the opportunity to be the first in their bracket, as do Moonboots, and neither of them wants to miss out on that opportunity. Jarrell Naden can't find the pass in front of net, though.
Trying to get it cleared away as Hideo. The follow-up touch not found, but Kaizen to receive the pass. Beat out to the ball, Melody. Pass in centre, cut out by Rez once again. Moonboots doing a good job at disallowing these passes. They've got to try and keep that up for under 3 minutes, so I find it more prefer finding another goal to extend their lead, make it a bit more comfortable. In comes Rez for the 50-50 and Hideo off to the side. The control is there for Moonboots, but can they find a goal out of it? It seems denied by Melody, and Kevin with the pass to Rez, not enough. NSF doing a good job at holding on, but they've got to get the attack alive.
It's interesting watching Melody play with Kaizen and Jarrell, though. Maybe not having the comfortability to go for those big mechanical plays that he got known for when playing for Celestial. We know a young player there, so confidence maybe a slight issue there as well, particularly coming into a new roster, but we are looking for those big plays. He's known for it, and we haven't seen it just quite yet. Melody, a good pass in, maybe able to use those mechanics on other parts of the field here, given some time. The bump, Melody can secure it.
What a bump. The pass, Jarrell Naden to Kaizen. He gets a bad touch, but he recovers it so well. He sees, I could have scored that. Well, I've got to let my teammates score it now. Takes out the defending player, and we have a tied up game. NSF find one back, half the game gone, one apiece.
Communication on point there for NSF, really bringing them forward. Looking for the bump on Kevin on attack there as well. 0 boost there, but Jarrell will put that down. Was looking for a pass to Kaizen, who maybe didn't get that communication there, as Rez, a great pass in, Kevin blocked away at the last second.
In comes Hideo off the ceiling, he looks at the pass out to Rez, he gets a dunk instead, in comes Rez, but not going to be tight enough, it's off the post and a clear away. Hideo will take the ball high into the backboard, he will go. But the shots are not working out for Moonboots, they're just passing it above the net, but no one to get that final touch, that shot on net needed to take the leading position. Off the backboard, in comes Rez once again. It's high for Kevin, no one's there. It's a wide open net and a goal for Moonboots.
Again, it's the communication, the rotations failing NSF here, but Moonboots have been forcing this far more in this second game than the first in the series, and it really is starting to get under the skin of NSF. They aren't holding up to that forward pressure that Moonboots is able to find now, as another one comes away. It's going to be an open net again, but what a redirect from Rez. It didn't look like it was a open net that could be capitalized on that easily. Very good play.
NSF just forgot to defend. I don't know where they went. They went into the Moonboots half and they never left because it was a wide open net. It should not have been a goal, but a goal from Moonboots will make them very comfortable with a minute 15 left in it. It's looking like we will have a tied up series because a simple mistake from NSF makes it a little bit more out of reach.
Minute left is not undoable though, and we're still looking at these teams as to what they can provide for us for the rest of this series, and this split, of course, being new rosters coming in with at least one new teammate on either side, new names for sure, but we're yet to see anything particularly fantastic. Neither of these teams seem to be pushing each other to what we know that the other is capable of. And right now, NSF making too many mistakes for it to be necessary.
The chances are there. But no success for NSF. They found one goal, but they couldn't find the 2 more needed to tie this game up. They may have taken game 1, but Moonboots have came back with a vengeance. They pass it out from Hideo now to the backboard to secure the game. It will be in 4-1, and that's going to be game 2.
And secured it is, yeah. I mean, game 2 definitely locked away for Moonboots, like you're saying. They have had such a strong game 2. They were slow out of the gates in game 1, but like you were saying there as well, that halfway point in that first match was a very big turning point for Moonboots, and they seem to only have grown from there as well as they go for yet more. Still going to be NSF looking for goals to at least strengthen them into game 3.
Now the time ticks down. It's just NSF waiting for a clean slate and trying to save their stats. It will be a 4-1 win though for Moonboots, and a very strong one at that. Coming off of that only 1 goal loss, they've came in 1 by 3 in game number 2. The series definitely turned more into their favour now with the 1-1 series score.
Well, a 1-1 series, and this is what we predicted. We knew that this was going to be tough. We knew it was going to be tight between these two teams. It's turning out exactly that way, but you have to say, looking at just that second game, out of context of the rest of the series so far, you would say that Moonboots has this in the bag. You'd say Twitch chat was right.
You would say it. But we know what Asia's like. We know what their series has been like so far. And as much as it's definitely in Moonboots' favour now after that win, I am still not a guaranteed I'm not guaranteed on the side of Moonboots yet. I still think something can go wrong on their side, something can go really well on the NSF side. I don't actually know what one it's going to be. It could just go as expected. It could be Moonboots dominate the rest. But maybe, just maybe, NSF can find something back.
Yeah, I mean, we know that NSF has players that are capable of that. We know that NSF are very capable players, it's solid even. But they just didn't look at that last match. If they can fix some of those mistakes, though, realistically, look at the amount of goals that were put away by mistakes, not by necessarily the effort of the attack. And that evens out that scoreline very, very quickly.
Certainly so, but as we come into game number 3, the teams need to remember it's the most important thing for a series, and I think these players will at this stage know this and will at least take this into account. It is a whole new game. The scores in the last games don't matter anymore. It may have been a 4-1 win for Moonboots, but now, game number 3 is a clean slate. The winner of that game will be heading to match point in prime position to win the series. It's an important game here, and needs to acknowledge it is a clean slate. And we're in for game number 3, NSF Moonboots. For the third time in this series. We said it was going to be close. The series has definitely proved that way. The game's not as much. How will game 3 fall for these two teams?
And it means so much more being on your way, like you were saying, to that series win here, because that would put you on your way to being number 1 in your bracket. Moonboots starting off strong, but again off of capitalization on another huge mistake, this time from NSF. Way over commitment there, and just not enough communication or rotation out of NSF. If either of the teams, I was going to say that was going to be a common thing, at least maybe after that settling period of a new roster, I would have thought it would be Moonboots, not NSF, and they're proving me wrong.
Another concession from NSF just because they overcommitted. Simple mistakes like rotation are what are costing them goals at the moment. In comes Hideo to try and pounce on that one. It's back in centre off the backboard. Nathan can't find it. Fortunately for NSF, no one from Moonboots was there to find the final touch and get the goal, but it is simple mistakes which can easily be ironed out, which NSF are making. Simple rotations and what are gifting Moonboots these goals.
Oh, and we're starting to see the mechanics that I was asking to see out of Melody from the rest of Moonboots. We knew that when Melody was there and they were known as Celestial, they were an entirely mechanics-based team. They were so mental on that level, and it really came out as one of the top-performing mechanical teams. I think that Kevin was probably a smart choice there, not because he was necessarily an outright better player than Melody, but because it provided something that the team needed. Right now, Melody being exactly what NSF needs, though, and they're going to even up this game.
Melody, with a flip reset, will get it past 1. And Kaizen, once again, a bump on the defender. It's what leads to that goal. NSF claw it back. We have a tied game, but can NSF hold on to it and stop the overcommits? And maybe find another goal of their own as it rolled around the corner. It was an early opportunity. Kaizen looks for another bump on the defender. He is hunting this whole series long. In comes Jarnade in the pass to Melody. It's a good opportunity, but the shot goes miles wide.
Not necessarily a bad decision from Melody to go wide there, but a demo took away the possibility of that going well flipping away to the side. They still have defenders in net, and I understand taking that option to defend and clear almost immediately away from your opponents. But Kaizen has to be back in time. He is this time around. NSF may be fixing these mistakes little bit by little bit, and it's exactly what they need to win out in Game 3 here.
Off the ceiling it will go, in comes Rez, a good save by Kaizen as he rises high for the save. Melody. Up the other end it will go. Rest to receive it, taking the ball high. To travel away up the other end, it's Jarnaden. Kaizen cannot receive, it's a tense game here. Of course, every win in this group stage counts. These teams will be teams who are contending for a spot at top of the group. We mentioned them. Top of the group. Guaranteed top 6. It is such a big advantage. If they get one series lost, those chances grow thin.
So many 50s here, just being held on that midfield line. Now the team can make ground past each other. This is what I was expecting. Once things started to level out for the teams and they got into the flow of things, that we would see this kind of play here, where everybody is pushing for that aggression, and that mid-line becomes very heavily contested. Right now, Moonboots able to only win that out by a moment before it goes back to Kaizen again, finally into this blue half, but it will change hands.
Now they tries to receive and win in the 50. Hirio easily going to get that cleared away. NSF have to be careful. The overcommits have been their biggest issue. And in times like this when they're going for these kind of close up attempts, it's very easy to not have anyone back and leave that net wide open. The big mistakes could come out. Jarnaden doing a great job at handling that though, sends it out to the corner. He had plenty of time for his teammates to get into position. Melody off the corner. Jarnaden looking for bombs, then comes Kaizen off the post. Jarnaden to turn, it's a shot on net, it will be a goal. And NSF have the lead.
Finally, and it's based off of what they needed to fix, a good communication and rotation. It did have to be on the aggressive end this time, which is more where they seem to thrive. However, they're doing it. They are acting as a team. It took all 3 members then, and they were able to send it home.
Off the side it will go. In comes Melody and Kaizen. Backflipping there, not going to get a touch. Off the side, Hirio the pass in centre. An attempt from Rez to push this ball upfield. They have got 30 seconds to do it. Game number 1 was a 2-1 victory for NSF. Game number 3 might be a replica of that, but Hirio trying to avoid that chance, bringing it around the back wall, still not enough. It will roll off the corner. Rez with the pass. Denied by Melody off the side. Still no one there to receive it. The last chance is coming through for Moonboots. If NSF take this, they'll head to match point. The shot comes through to net, but easily saved by Kaizen. The ball is high off the back wall. It might be another goal. Never mind, it's miles wide. But unless they can keep this ball high on 0 seconds, it will be another game win for NSF.
NSF taking that game that you called so crucial. I've got to believe in you there, because we have passed the halfway point in this series now, and while things have opened up on both sides multiple times now, Moonboots seem to have the most dominant game in Game 2. NSF has come back, they've fixed a lot of their mistakes. The 1 goal Moonboots able to get out of this match off of one of those mistakes, but again, they did come back, they did fix that, and they came through with a win as a result.
A big win there for NSF. Now sitting at match point. The question is, can they close things out in game number 4, or will we have a game 5 in our hands for our first series of the day, Gex? Moonboots want it to go to game 5. NSF don't want to have the even thought of a game 5. They want it over and done with as soon as possible. They don't want to have the risk of Moonboots clutching up against them, because it's a terrifying idea.
Yeah, absolutely. It's tough to come into this not wanting that to go down as quickly as possible, isn't it? If you're NSF right now, you close this out, you go through, and you've got that confidence to bring it into the rest of your matches in your group stages, and that's so crucial. They want to get into that 6th spot, and top 6 is where you're looking. It's still doable for Moonboots, but now they have to do 2 in a row. These series has been so back and forth that I expect us to go to game 5, honestly.
I expect it, but will our expectations be met? It is match point for NSF, our first group stage match of not only the day, but of the whole split for APAC South. NSF currently leading the charge. But will they finish it off here? Can Moonboots bring it back? They had a great game 2, a 4-1 victory. Game 1 and 3, both incredibly close wins for NSF. Game 2, dominant by Moonboots. So, will we see something similar to Game 2, or will it be more of a Game 1 and 3 situation here? Oh, early on the chance for Hideo, and it will be an early goal for Moonboots, 30 seconds in.
You saw both Rez and Hero very awkward in their own corner, kind of double committing up towards that ball, and then desperately try and sort themselves into a position where they could make that useful. They did it perfectly. Hero able to pick that up as a pass in the long run. Rez making that pass so brilliantly, and that's what brought them that first goal, was just not understanding the situation they were in, being able to sort it out very quickly.
Off the backboard it will go, and the clear off to the side. Sharon Nathan taking that one off the back wall. It'll be Kevin. High. Hideo tries, but bumped off of that ball. Kaizen. Almost getting a touch on that there was Melody, taking out Rez in the meantime if he could find it. But the attack still remains for NSF. They're hunting for the goal. Maybe they need to find some bumps along the way to help them in it. Because at the moment, Moonboots are defending well and they've got a counter-attack going.
Kaizen under it, tries to take it upfield, but Kevin has been so instrumental to Moonboots, particularly on that defensive side of things. This is exactly why I was saying it was a useful pickup, but Kaizen able to push back yet again. No matter how much Moonboots gets upfield, it seems to be in NSF's control most of the time, and that's exactly what happens when you let that scenario unfold. It's going to be Kaizen bringing it home for a goal to even this one up.
And it is Kaizen who, in my opinion, has done an incredible job in this NSF team all throughout today. So many bumps on the defenders, so many great passes, so many great shots. He's been doing everything on that attacking front to help his teammates or just score for his team to keep NSF alive and winning in this series. Now, with the game 1 apiece, all even, the next goal is going to matter a lot.
Rez under this now, the control, does he get it to a teammate? He does, and it's home just in time before the defender.
Another goal from Moonboots. A very nice position to be in. The pass from Rez off to Kevin, the last defender from NSF, diving miles through. Now, with 3 minutes on the clock, it is a lead for Moonboots. But can that lead be held? And will the Game 5 be secured? In comes Kaizen to try and change the minds of many. The shot will not be found on net, but the attack continues.
We've seen this back and forth throughout the series, but maybe not in a single game. Finally seeing this even out and go both ways. It's still anybody's game at this point. Only 1 goal difference here. NSF also able to maintain their control here and push out multiple times, but that's going to be, a very close opportunity. Daryl, the fake out twice now lets him maintain control, but the shot's still coming out from Moonboots. They have so much pressure. Kaizen won't get bumped away from that touch though, and hopefully they can push out to that midfield, put us to a tied game again. Do we see it? Daryl Naden, one more touch in front of net, and it's going to get back to that midline.
It is a scramble at the NSF half. The shots are still coming out. Moonboots trying to secure this game even further from them. Kevin, a big demo on Melody. But NSF have a bit of time now. The game slows down for a moment. They lose possession. It's Rez on net. It's going to be a goal for Moonboots. The 2-goal lead has been acquired. 3-1 the scoreline, 8 minutes 42 left.
Oh, we didn't see it even up. I was kind of looking forward to an overtime here in Game 4. Right where NSF have that chance to take this out, but Moonboots are doing so well. They are fighting hard to make sure they do not go down here. They're going to take it at least to a Game 5, but 1:35 left. Still could change that. They're doing very, very good job of holding this line at the moment, though. Oh, a big mistake there from Daryl.
Oh, that's a terrifying mistake right there. But now coming through, NSF, I think they have to really pull out the trump card of just being as aggressive as possible, looking for bumps, looking for demos on these defenders, Kaizen specifically has shown how well he can do it. Set up his teammate for opportunity.
Oh,
just go off the backboard. Never mind, it's going wide. A great opportunity, but not going to be a goal. It will sit in front of net, but no one from NSF ready to pounce on it. Means the Moonboots can get the clear away, get it upfield, and try and hold on and give us that game 5.
And there's that mental game of Rocket League. We know Kaizen hits these. We know those get hit as well. Daryl brings it back. 45 seconds left is just enough time in this. They need one more to even it up.
One goal in this game. Jarl Naden brute forces the ball through onto net. 45 seconds left. Moonboots, if they want a game 5, they've got to hold on to this game, and a goal from Kevin off the kickoff might just be the security that they need. 42 seconds, a 2-goal lead reinstated. Is it a game 5 Gex incoming? I think so.
Well, we said game of 5. I'm looking forward to it. There's still 42 seconds left to change my mind, but like you said, Moonboots securing this fairly well right now, and with a kickoff like that as well. They've had so much forward pressure this time. Both teams really doing well when they have that forward pressure, but NSF have been struggling to find an answer to it right now. They are getting lost. They are under the hammer, and they know it. They're feeling it. That mental state of Rocket League really coming to the fore right now.
Up the field goes Melody. Off the back wall, it's not going to be enough for a pass. It was a last opportunity to maybe bring this game back. We'll have 10 seconds now on the clock. It's mental reset time. Moonboots going to have a dominant win once again, just like they did in game 2. But now for both teams, it is a mental reset time. Game 5 is incoming. Every series in the group stage is vitally important, because getting top of the group is such an advantage that every team wants to be top. One series lost ruins your chances of getting top. It minimises them. So this game 5, vitally important.
Absolutely. I will disagree with you on one point. Moonboots, I don't think they should be changing, they should be refreshing their mental state right now. They have so much momentum, and they are thriving with it. Look how happy these guys are playing. They are connecting, they are shooting, firing on all cylinders right now. They're really going for this, and Moonboots, they know they can take this next one, even though that means 2 back-to-back. It hasn't happened this series so far, but you know, both teams won away.
Both teams won away, and we keep on mentioning making the top of the group is so important. Well, we talked about Group C in our kind of pre-show before we got into things, saying this is probably going to be the closest group. We think there's 3 teams who can contend for first place. We said Moonboots, NSF and Danku. Well, to give you a bit of news here, Orglis swept Danku 3-0. So now, this group is incredibly open. This could be, for example, the deciding match of who gets top of the group. Because these 2 teams are so incredibly close, they might be the best of the group. This game matters so much, and it's only round 1 because of the upsets that have already happened.
That is massive to have swept there. I've been talking up August, but they've been shocking me time and time again with where they can perform here. It's not them we're looking at right now. We're looking at shock here out of either Moonboots or NSF. It really could be a shock either way, because this has been so back and forth. It would be a shock to see 2 games in a row go down, but by looking at that last match, it would also be a shock just to see Moonboots lose another one, because they are so strong right now.
Well, we come in to the 5th and final game of our first series of the day. NSF Moonboots. We said it would be close, and they have given us a show for it. Incredibly close games when NSF have won it. More dominant victories from the side of Moonboots. But now it's game 5, a clean slate once again. Most goals win it, and it could be a journey to the top of the group, to that first place position.
We need NSF to be able to really shore up their defense here. I don't think their attack was bad by any means in the last one, but every time they got under that pressure, they were struggling to handle it. It's Rocket League is a mental game, and you know, there's entire mental coaches dedicated to getting teams that edge in situations like that. Right now, it's seeming like NSF needs something like that on their side. good pass out by Melody, though, may open this up, but a miss on an open net will mean that they have to set this up again.
A bit of a difficult shot to make getting round that ball, but a chance it probably could have and maybe should have been scored. NSF will have to face the burden of that and continue the game now. Off the back, but it will go early from Kevin. Jarl Nathan. He sends this ball high off the sidewall. Can he make it through and get the attack developed? A good challenge there by Hirio, and Melody to receive, dribbling it low. Kevin comes through on the challenge, the shot on net. Big save there by Kaizen, but the shot in centre once again off the backboard, bouncing high above the net. The ball will lie. Moonboots. Shot after shot, but not a goal yet. We remain 0-0.
Kevin has been non-stop impressive to me since the moment he entered RLCS. One of the newest players to come out as a name in the Asian region. And he showed up in RLCS and he has just not stopped doing good for the teams that he was in. Now, entering here on the Moonboots side, it's no different story. He's played a good part on defense. He's made good shots. He's held that aggression. Right now, being able to get one down to Rez as well for another shot. But the attack will falter, at least momentarily.
The ball will fall in centre once more. Half the game has ticked on by. In comes Kevin. Unable to get the touch on net. And a great opportunity though. Rez now to bring it round the corner. One mistake could cause disaster for either team. A double commitment will send it upfield. Kevin has to be careful off the bat where the ball will bounce. No one there for the shot, but Melody has the time. The challenge. In comes Kaizen. They overcommit, but NSF do not get punished. All around the field, and Moonboots making his touches. In comes Kaizen, cannot find it. The touch is weak, but saved by Hirio just in the nick of time. A clear away. 2 minutes on the clock. The shots are there for NSF, but the goals are not being found.
And the communication seems to be faltering a little bit there for NSF as well. They have to be careful on that front. A runaway goal seemed imminent for a moment there, but now back on defense. You know, the first half of this game, maybe even longer, was a very defensive game, particularly from NSF. Looking at their aggression, they look so much better on their opponent's half than they do in their own. But maybe that's not the choice they want to make. They just can't sacrifice their rotations to make those aggressive plays. Right now, Kevin? A shot though out of Moonboots. Yeah, Kevin is just doing so much for this Moonboots team.
Over 1 minute on the clock approaching, it is almost definitely a case of next goal wins. Next goal means so much for both of these teams, and it's Hirio to score it. Just as I say it, off the corner he will come. 1 minute and a second on the clock, and Moonboots have the lead in game number 5.
Fortunately for NSF, it didn't reach the minute you were talking about, so clearly it's not going to be an influential goal, right? No, of course it is. Moonboots now on top, and that pressure that NSF struggles to deal with sometimes is on them, down 1 goal in particular. They have proven that they can hold a lead, but can they regain a deficit? That's the question here. Melody is coming off the backboard for that clear as Barrel gets up high. Now NSF needs this. The setup for one more chance. Kaizen out of the corner. Will it get cleared away? Yes, it will.
The ball was found by Jarl Nathan. In comes Kaizen off to the corner. 30 seconds. NSF, their chances are going thin. Here comes Rez to secure the game. If they can get that touch, it will be secured. Melody passing that ball upfield, trying to find Jarl Nathan. It will not get a touch in time. Kevin might be the winning goal right here. Jarl Nathan in front of net. It will be a win from Hirio. Gets his second of the game and 10 seconds on the clock. There's just not enough time left, and surely that's enough for Moonboots to take the series in game number 5.
Absolutely mental. Just the amount of effort Moonboots is putting in right now. They are on top of their game. They're playing the best game they have probably in this series, scoring despite a lack of big mistakes out of NSF anywhere on field right now. One chance for Melody to put one away, but on 0 seconds, that is going to be it. Moonboots have done it in the first series of the winter split. They're going to take it home.
A last goal, a consolation goal is all it can be. Just They gave it their best effort there, NSF, but Moonboots come out on top, clutching up in Game 5. Hirio, the man of the match for that 5th game, certainly. He put the team on his back, finding the 2 goals to secure the win. And that means